welcome back, folks. Here we are, Cordy Place. It's St. Yellow Blows, which is really hot. I'm Sean Rush. I'm here with Sarah Jane Seddon. We've got the hot hats. We've got the hot people. My son and daughter up there as well. And the hot guy in the hot seat today is about to get a hot hat. Andy Foster, former Mayor Andy Foster, Mayor of Wellington.
Thank you.
Now Andy Foster, MP. Great to see you, Andy.
Great to see you, Sean. Great to see you, Jake.
So, are you in the middle of the recess, or you just finished the recess?
No. We had a recess finished last week, so we just had a week back in the house.
And just so what folks know what the recess is, what does that mean?
Well, so there
Month
are
off.
there are about 30 weeks of the year that you have the House is sitting.
Yep.
So you're there the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They're quite long hours those times. The rest of the time is time for people to get back to their electorates. And for the likes of a list MP like me, I can get around the country, going and meeting people who, in my area, things like meeting universities, councils, transport providers, infrastructure providers, those kind of people.
Yeah. Well, actually, Andy, you stood for Mama election, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, so I was out there meeting an old friend of ours.
Yeah, well, actually we were on the hustings together.
Well, I met up with Liz Kelly, who's running their the Nutty Tours. Well, I think it's called it's a whānau.
It was a housing.
Just doing really good work out there. So, okay, so what's been your most weirdest experience in the Parliament so far?
Oh, look, I mean,
there's been a few.
Every week there's some weird thing that goes on. So there's some behaviour. What's is that allowed or not allowed or whatever it was?
I mean, your leader and deputy leader sort of are pretty much the New Zealand First headline dominating folks in a positive way. Some of the other parties have had a bit of a bad run. Our old friend Tanika Paul, I texted her and said, "Are you okay?" after all those, disappointing things that came out. Some of those Green Party folks. Do you catch up?
They've been having a tough time with it.
Yeah, do you catch up with Tamitha and see how she's going?
I haven't actually seen that much of Tamitha, actually, to be honest.
Okay.
We're not allowed to say who's in the house and who's not in the house, but they haven't seen that much of her.
Yeah. So are you working harder as a politician than you would be as a mayor?
Oh, look, I think it's very different. I mean, when you're the mayor, particularly, I had 3 years, which were pretty tough 3 years. My council wasn't exactly terribly helpful at times. Some guys were really fantastic, but others weren't quite so helpful. And of course, all the pipes started breaking.
True.
And then we had COVID, and the media wasn't entirely friendly either. So it was a tough time. And when you're the mayor, you're the front of the you're the focus of a lot of attention. So you get a lot of flack. As soon as I was out of the mayoralty, people said, "You look so much more relaxed." And I think the thing about central government is it's not as immediate. So if you're going to get something done, often it takes time, and you've got to get somebody else to help do it. When you're in the council, sometimes you can do things differently. Hey, move an amendment and you get
Notice of motion.
So,
we know about that.
Yeah, we know all about those sort of things. So council's a lot more immediate, but central government's a lot bigger. You're dealing with the whole country and often international stuff too.
One of the things that I really liked about being on council was I wasn't beholden to any political party, didn't have to toe a party line, and that gave me good flexibility to be able to really examine a broad range of solutions to different problems. How do you find having to vote according to a party line? Do you generally find that that's not a problem because of your own politics?
Well, I think that the general view is that if you've got, somebody said to me the other day, if you agree with 70% of what the party stands for, then you're probably okay, you're probably in the right party. If you agree with too much less than that, you're starting to get a bit of a problem. So you're most of the way there, but you have your discussions in your caucus, you argue for things in your caucus. Sometimes you might win and you might make some progress, other times you might not. And that's the way it works out. But once you've got the caucus position, that's the position, and that's the position you've got to back.
Okay, on another note, when was the last time you scored a goal in football?
Yeah, well, this year hasn't been a good year for goals. Got four last year.
Couple
of great headers. I was very proud of those. Remember those exactly. But this year's been a bit more of a challenge.
Nice.
To be fair, I've been playing at the back most of the time.
So whereabouts do you play football?
Well, I play for Karori, so
nice.
we play all over. And what's great with us more mature players is that you tend to see the same guys that we've seen, year after year. So we know each other. We just have to catch up with each other. And that's cool.
Nice.
I'm really enjoying playing soccer. My first season for 44 seasons.
Well done.
This year.
44 seasons?
Well, I played rugby for 44 seasons, and then this year's decided I'd play soccer. Now, what
you played for?
Marist.
Yep.
Marist.
I think I know which team in the league.
Yes.
You got big Mark
Level
in the team?
6. Yeah, Mark.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'll have to come down and
Yeah, but I played on that artificial turf out at Marissa Packs, and I could barely walk the next day. Do you find that? I mean, I've played rugby on that and was bad enough, but actually playing soccer on it's really hard on the joints.
Well, often a lot of us say we can barely walk regardless of what pitches we play on at the end of the day.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, as you get a bit more mature, so to speak.
Yeah,
But, you know, look, it's great. It's a great game, and thoroughly enjoy playing it.
So, are you regularly called into doing work-related stuff on a Sunday?
Oh, like this weekend is a Saturday we play.
Okay.
So this weekend I've got a meeting, New Zealand First AGM for one of our hubs. So probably 30 or 40 people there.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
And we've got a question from the audience. Whereabouts is your soup from?
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Gotta ask that question every time.
I'd have to remember where that came from actually. I think it might be Barker's actually.
Barker's,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
There you go, guys. That's very fun.
So, I mean, what's on the agenda? I mean, I've forgotten. We've got the 100-day plan, I suppose.
We've done 100 day. We've done quarter
What's
one.
coming up
quarter two.
next? I mean, something as you'll know near and dear to my heart, I suppose, is the oil and gas ban reversal. Is that going to be coming up in the next few days? You know, because I think Shane Jones
I'm
is
not
the-
sure. I'm not sure where that fits in. Obviously,
Yeah.
the big issue at the moment's been the whole thing around fast tracking, around consenting.
Yeah.
Oil and gas ban. The challenge of that, of course, is that what it's done is it's reduced confidence that international investors will have.
Yeah.
And we've seen the impact of the oil and gas ban already. In some ways, is that we've got less gas available to keep the lights on. At
Yeah,
times.
yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, there are certainly still those opportunities that are out there. But so we saw an announcement that's going to be really good for public transport here in Wellington. So
Yep.
that was about I think 800 million going into
Yep.
the Lower North Island
Yeah.
rail
Yep.
network.
Yeah, so this is the new trains for the Manawatu, so the capital connection between Palmerston North and Wellington, and also from the Wairarapa into Wellington. So that'll give us a better, more reliable service. I mean, to be fair, Labor had already announced that before, but we're going to actually get it done.
Well, it was fine. You see an announcement like that actually, a lot of people on the left, I suppose, have been like begging for, but they don't come out and support you. So good on you guys, do they?
Look, central government politics is pretty tribal at times, and that's not always great, but that's what it is.
Well, Andy, if there's anyone I know that can sort of like navigate that centre spot, I think it's probably you. So
Thanks, mate.
I always enjoyed working with you. The thing about Andy Foster was he is what you see, and if you can find someone you can trust in politics, you grab hold of them for gold dust. And Andy was certainly, so was I own a planet actually. Wacky politics stuff. Anyway, but I still want the Green Party endorsement of doing a mirror run this year, as long as I get the Green Party endorsement. So, what do you think the chances are?
That'd be challenging, but good luck.
Well, she did describe me as the greenest guy on council at one point. All right, mate. Hey, so thanks very much for coming on HOTLINE this afternoon. Always good to see you. Great to see you still involved in making Wellington great, I suppose. And we'll look forward to catching up in the near future.
Always. Always.
Okay, that's it for HOTLINE.
Thank
On
you.
Friday
Cheers.
afternoon with the hot people, the hot hats, and it's been hot. Andy Foster.
I'm very
Cheers.
hot.
That's my son.
Can't beat Wellington on a good day or even a bad day.